Darfur was a disaster. It had a smell, the smell of burning human beings. People rounded up in mass numbers for simply being born to that ethnic group. I certainly wish at that time that I was in Washington, D.C. to make sure that never again really means never again. My name is Mohammed, civil and human rights activist, born and raised in Khartoum, Sudan. AMEL aspires to unite young millennial leaders across the Middle East and Africa to bring about change in the human rights scene in the region and to advocate for policies that favor that kind of transformations at the UN and at the European Union and here in Washington, D.C.
Mohammed is really in a class by himself. This is a person of enormous physical and moral courage who has taken a lot of risk for values that we share in terms of tolerance, inclusiveness, but also I want to say I think AMEL really has the right motto, which is if change is going to happen in these societies, it's going to be from the bottom up.
What sets AMEL apart is the direct link between the grassroots and the policy making.
And so I hope that AMEL Project can be a place where lots of millennial leaders in the US and as well as in the region can get involved and find a voice. Leaders in the Middle Eastern and African region are faced with tremendous oppression right now, and Mohammed's just one example of that.
In the space where human rights is increasingly being abused, the Africa Middle East Leadership Project is extremely important because it creates a link between young people across the region who are committed to fighting for democracy, for the defense of human rights and the rule of law.
Growing up in Sudan, support for what I did wasn't really felt. I definitely have long dreamt of somebody here in Washington, D.C. rooting for me that would support my mission. I'm trying to provide the support to these courageous young people I wish I had.
All of those associated with AMEL understand the benefits of helping to give voice and power to the young women in Africa and the Middle East. AMEL reflects the hope that young women in the region can be a key source of energy behind positive reform and for peace and prosperity.
You need some organizations, exactly like AMEL, who knows exactly what's happening in the Middle East and who knows exactly what the youth needs. And I think Mohammed Vision is the one who would actually reflect that.
Ultimately, the world is interconnected. Human rights for the human of the Middle East and Africa is a win for any human anywhere in the world. I hope through AMEL we can help transform reality of life in the continent of Africa and the region of the Middle East. And I hope that people and policymakers will help us achieve this goal.